Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And listen, girl, it. I'm tired. I'm tired. I feel like I'm at work, and two of my coworkers are going back and forth on Teams. For the Teams is like an app where you can use at work where everybody can communicate through the app instead of like having to give your number out or whatever. So it's like kind of like a WhatsApp. Was it KIK Kick? What is it called? You know, one of those type of situations. But I feel like I'm at work and I'm on Teams, and two of my coworkers are just going back and forth, and I'm tired and I don't want to be a part of the conversation. But I'm also nosy and I want to see what's going on. But I'm tired, and every time I look up, my phone keep ringing or dinging or vibrating because somebody keeps sending a message because they keep going back and forth. That's how I feel with Martell and Melody. Like, I don't want to be a part of the conversation, but I'm nosy. And I want to see what's going on, but I'm tired at the same time. I'm tired. And if I'm tired, I know Martell and Melody have to be tired. Martell and Melody are going back and forth. We already talked about Martell in the previous video. He went live. Um, Melody responded. Martell responded to Melody. Then Melody responded. It's just a lot of back and forth. I'm not going to go over what Martell said in his live. If you want to see the live, the link to Jamie's video is in the description box, or you can just go straight to Jamie's page, or whatever, however you want to do it. If you want to hear what I think about the live that Martell did, then of course the video is up on my page. One thing that I left out in my last video that I wanted to say about Mr. Martell Holt, he mentioned his son. He mentioned, I guess, them wanting to put his son into some type of counseling. And he felt, of course, just like a lot of black fathers feel, and even some mothers too, that his son did not need to go to counseling because he's his father. And Martell felt as though he could provide him with the structure that he needs. Now, this is a man. This is a man. When you look at his family, the structure, and how it was ripped apart and torn apart at the hands of who? Don't get in my comment section talking about Melody won't give him no head. That's why he did what he did. Because if we're going to go down that road, and we're going to go down this road of Martell supposedly being the head of the household, the leader, the provider, or the protector, then how are you all of these things and you still manage to ruin what you have created over here, over a little bit of coochie over here? Okay? I forgot to mention that bothered me, because if they're saying that it's, I have to try to understand it a little bit, because we all grow up, and even now at our big ages, people still have these negative thoughts about therapy, counseling, and the effects that it could have on you, I guess. But the truth of the matter is, girl, therapy is there to help you. Counseling is there to help you. And if they're recommending or suggesting that your son go to counseling sessions, even if it's just a few, then you don't think that's what's best for him? You think what's best for him is because he has a father and you can provide structure for him? But Martell, your life is a hot, when I tell you a hot mess. So this is some of the things that Melody said. When I tell y'all it was a lot, I know it had to be total between Martell And Melody, it had to be at least between 40 and 50 slides. It was a lot. And I narrowed it down, and it's still a lot. I don't even know if I'm going to go over everything that Melody said. How many slides do I have? One, two, wait, one, two. Here we go. 43. I have 43 slides. And these are the ones that I narrowed down. I deleted some of the slides. That's how much that they were going back and forth online. So Melody starts out with dang. Man, I hate when I have to blast and speak facts on joke. And y'all know I went to their Instagram page. Girl, bitch, when I tell you, y'all saw that. But when I tell you I was over on Melody Instagram page and Martell Instagram page, baby, snapping. Oh, wait. Girl, I was hitting them buttons. You know, you got to hit this. Well, how you doing on your phone? Well, on the phone, the side, and I think the side, wait, the side and the volume. I forgot how you work to do the snap. The screenshots. One time I was over there screenshotting down. Girl, I'm talking about I was working the shit out of these fingers. Okay. And girl, I got every single screenshot. Sure did. One thing about it, two things for sure, baby. I'm gonna make sure I got the receipts, okay? So Melody started out with dang. I hated the way that she was talking in these stories, but I mean, girl, it is what it is. It's not like it's the paper, English paper you have to turn in. So I get it. Man, I hate when I have to blast and speak facts on jokers. Dang it. What I'm gonna say is this. I sit back and really try not to go to war, however I can. So my YouTubers and bloggers, I'm having an in-person event, shout out to Tisha, to show some facts. DM me if you want to be one of the 5 to fly in, because I really been holding back. But if you gonna decide to, if I'm gonna decide to take you out, I'm taking you all the way out. She talked about the $17,000. This is going to be good, and then y'all get ready. One thing I will go ahead and say is that the judge ordered to return the 17K back to the account by Friday. He failed to do so, and the judge ordered mediation. My attorney begged me not to let the $17,000 go, but I was just ready to be divorced, so I said forget it. My manager literally said, "Don't worry, because you'll make it back. God has you." She said, "What's so crazy is this is the same person who destroyed his family and lost it all, but still thinks somebody owes you." I think I do believe that. I do believe that Martell, y'all, let me. I want to make myself very clear. I didn't start watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. How many seasons is it? When it first came on, I didn't watch it. And I remember I saw like a trailer or something, and I got on. I was like, why y'all didn't tell me about this show? I should have been watching this show, blah, blah, blah. So I literally went back and binge watched season 1 and season 2 up until they stopped filming for season 2, because you know that's when like the world shut down. That's when the stuff hit. You know, y'all know what happened in 2020. And so I watched all the episodes and I caught up, and the conclusion that I had come to for Melody and Martell is that I didn't like Melody or Martell. This has nothing to do with me liking Melody, because the people who've been watching my channel know I don't too much care for her personality. I don't. Do I put her up there with the Michael Darbys and the Portias and the Phaedras and the other girls and boys I don't like from reality TV? Not necessarily. I can stomach Melody. Martell make my head hurt. Okay? I can deal with Melody. I don't like her personality. She really not my cup of tea. Martell, girl, he give me a headache. Girl. So I don't really too much, you know, I'm not a fan of Melody. That's what it comes down to, basically. I don't like the way Melody moved earlier in the show. Some of you might need to go back and watch seasons 1 and seasons 2. Do I think that Martell is worse than Melody? Yes. Probably not by too much. Melody and Martell are almost the same exact person. Again, I think Martell is worse than Melody, but Melody got her ways, y'all. And I think what it is for Melody is because a lot of us were so focused on Martell and his trifling ass ways. And I remember getting on my channel probably like was it last season? And I was like, or even probably, I think it was last season. Because I was like, girl, I don't think I like Melody. And I think I forgot I didn't like her. I think I forgot I didn't like her. Because I'm looking at her and the way she moving, and I don't like, and I remember, girl, I don't like her. See, I've been too focused on the niggas on the show that I forgot about the bitches. Okay? Because Melody ain't really my cup of tea. But when it comes to Melody and Martell, I think while Melody definitely, her hands are not clean, I think that Martell's hands are filthy. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Melody ain't got no blame and nothing that's going on because she participating in the bullshit, okay? So as much as we could sit here and say that Martell doing this and then doing this, or doing that and doing that online, Melody doing the same goddamn thing. You see? So I just want to put that out there because I don't need nobody in my comment section talking about, oh, because I always be that 1 or 2 people who ain't really probably seen your videos and think, oh, you just like Melody, girl. No, she don't. Girl, she not my girl. That ain't, I mean, girl, she alright, but girl, girl, quiet as it's kept, I take Tisha over Melody. Destiny over Melody. Y'all already know I'm taking Kimmy over all of them. Honey, I'll take Miss Wanda over Melody. Baby, I'll take Miss Mary. Ban. Honey, I'll take the camera woman over Melody. Y'all remember when Melody and Martell was hell on wheels? That's what I'm saying. Y'all forgot about that shit. Melody was hell on wheels when it came when her. Remember that was at the reunion, high fiving. We the Holts. Remember Melody got mad once Melody found out that her man wasn't about shit. She started to take it out on Keisha. Keisha, what's that girl name? I just said her name, Tisha. That's how I felt. I felt that once Melody found out that Martell was an ain't shit nigga, she said, well, girl, I'm putting the other girls on blast. And once Martell got caught, he threw Marceau under the bus. And even though I do believe that Marceau is trifling and be cheating on Tisha, I felt like Martell was wrong because you mad because you got caught. Because it was all good in the hood when all y'all was running around here probably doing y'all dirt together. But baby, you got sloppy with your bitch. Quiet as it's kept. Marceau probably out here cheating, but he ain't got the bitch pregnant from what we know. Girl, whatever he doing, the checks are clearing, okay? Martell, your check bounced. That's why that's why we know about Ari. Your check bounced. That's why we know about Ariane. Okay? Let's get back into this mess, y'all. Because I'm not supposed to be on here all night playing with y'all. He still thinks that somebody owes him. I think he does believe that. This is what Martell fucked up. Martell, you really thought that you were going to be this man who could have a wife and a girlfriend. You thought that you were going to be this man who had a wife and his side chick, mistress, whatever you want to call her, and you would still be able to keep your family. I do believe that if it was not for the show, Melody would still be with Martell, baby and all. because Melody said out of her own mouth that it's not the baby. Remember she said that on the show? She said it's a disrespect for Martell. So that let me know that even with the baby being in the picture, I can almost guarantee you that if Martell and Melody were not on this show, she would still be with Martell with that baby and all. It's only because she looks like a fool now and everybody can see her looking like a fool, where she probably felt the pressure or felt stupid and was like, girl, I cannot do this because I'm looking like an idiot. But Martell still fucked it up. Martell, you had everything going on over there with your wife and your kids. Clearly, your wife was the brains, the beauty. You were the bronze, right? You dumb, Melody smart. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that once Melody decided to leave you, your life just fell apart, and hers kept on kicking. And quiet as it's kept, it probably even got better when she got rid of that extra load, aka Martell Holt. That's the real gag. That's the gag. The gag is, girl, we all figured out who the fuck was the reason why the family was eating. And it wasn't because of Martell. It was because of Melody. Because you can see once Melody decided to leave Martell, Martell's credit got fucked up. Girl, he was broke. And Melody girl kept a kicking. And it was in a better situation, at least financially, probably after she decided to leave Martell versus when she was with Martell. That's the gag too. Melody basically says that she did spray, because Martell said that she sprayed like lighter fluid on his at his house. She admits that she did it. Man, shut up. My kids are with me most of the time. I have them. Somebody go get this mental case some help. Who was watching the kid? Because Martell mentioned him watching the kids, and so she was saying, who was watching the kids when you was out? Basically, when you was out with Ariana, who was watching the kids? I said, I know that's right. Ain't this the same person who's such a great friend, but blasted so much about those friends when they were girl? Okay, that's another thing too. Martell was because this is the thing. When it comes to friendships, Martell and Melody both receive Fs. Okay, because I don't know if y'all noticed how Melody do her friends on the show, but girl, it's piss poor. Martell is the same way with his friends on the show. The niggas just, for whatever reason, they continue, for whatever reason, when it comes to men and women, in their relationship, like relationships, like men typically can get over shit way faster than women. I don't know why. Because Martell has been saying that Martell threw Marceau under the bus and said that he had 20 girlfriends. Marceau continued to be Martell's friend. Even later on in I think later seasons, said that Martell was his guy and that he was a reliable friend. This is the same person who just basically could have destroyed your marriage and said on TV that you had 20 girlfriends and you was pretty much running the streets right along beside him. The judge ordered therapy. That was back in March. You ain't did one session. Your priority ain't the kids, their well-being. Your priority is what it has been since the marriage. A hoe, girl. And if you such that guy and have all these friends who just love you so much, then why the hell were your utilities being turned off? So Martell was over there lighting candles and boiling water to take a bath and wash his ass. All right. I know what's really up. And as my great grandmother used to say, sometimes you gotta cut a snake off by the head. Your uncles can, here we go. Your uncles can watch the kids, but my brother can't. Ain't Ain't no not seeing. Girl, I don't know what she's trying to. Girl, she was probably typing fast. So basically, his uncle can watch the kids, but her brother can't. Man, this Joker been so homophobic for the longest, and I ain't even said nothing about it. Nada. But I promise the messages that I have ain't gonna lie. This is gonna be the event of the year. Hashtag gay basher. Hashtag been hating on the LGBTQ community. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. But I also want to just throw this out there too for the kids. Um, y'all laying down with these niggas. Y'all laying down with them. Y'all laying down with these men. Y'all having kids with these men. And now all of a sudden, Melody, you want to throw out there, girl, he been homophobic. He been homophobic. Well, when did you find out? Before you got married? After the first kid? The second kid? The third kid? Was it after the abortion you had? The fourth kid? When was it? Because clearly you were okay with it. You know, part of me believes that if people really started to do like surveys and they were really, 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 really honest, a lot of people would be single if they stuck to what they say they believed in, okay? And also, it would also show who people really are. Because it's hard for me to believe that for some people, like I was talking about this like on The View. The View was having a conversation like some years ago about like basically your husband believing in one thing and you not necessarily believing in the same thing. And I get that on some subjects. I do. I do. You can believe in one thing, and just because it's your husband or your wife, partner, whomever, you could that person could believe in something completely different. But I think that when we start to get down to serious issues like racism, homophobia, misogyny, girl, how can you lay down with a man and you know that he's racist, and then he may work for an organization that has racist tendencies. What's her name? The Megan girl who they say worked for like some type of alt right girl. What's her name? The one that was on The View. The white girl. Megan, not Meghan Markle. I cannot remember her name. I was about to say Megan Good. I don't remember her last name. Megan something. Um, John. Her daddy name was John, wasn't he? Anyways, like you lay down with a man who people think is a racist, then you want people to say that no. Or you want to lay down with a man who's homophobic when you want people to think that you might not be. Or like you want to lay down with a man who could be a predator, Nicki Minaj's husband, and you want people to think that, girl, you probably, you know what I'm saying? Rihanna, you want to lay down with a colorist, and you want people to think that you don't have colorist ways. So all I'm saying is you all who you lay down with, bitch. That's pretty much that's what I'm trying to get down with. So all I'm trying to say is, girl, Melody, I understand you got a brother who gay, but I just want to know, girl, like, when did you find out Martell was gay? Because I'm questioning. I look at you a little sideways, too quiet as this kept. Maybe you just wanted to, be a married woman and you were young. Because I will say Melody was young when she got with Martell. When you young, I guess, child. Let's move on. Girl, let's move on, Melody. Martell homophobic, I believe it, girl. Melody, girl. Never lost friends. Found myself though. Accepted revelations and moved on. You should try it. Ask me, okay, a cheater, manipulator, liar, narcissist, criminal. Because they said allegedly Martell had stole an ATM or some girl. I don't know, girl. They said allegedly Martell had like stole an ATM or some like tried to break into an ATM with his uncle. Girl, I don't know, girl. That's allegedly. Girl, ain't got nothing to do with that. Have all the smoke for me all the time, but none for you know what. Never mind. Basically, she was trying to say Ariana. That's what I got from it. I always got smoke for me, but you ain't never got no smoke for Ariana. Sat my kids down and had them give you names of anybody, family or not, who has watched them for any time, even if I went down the road to the store, and gave peach cobbler to whoever told the most. A scoop of ice cream was for the second most. Popsicle for who told the least. Shame. That's why I ain't settling for mediating. a shit about this. Period. Something's missing in his head. I do believe him. I do believe her when she said that Martell did that because remember when the little girl, the kids be telling. Um, I believe that that Melody probably has a lot of people watch her kids, but I think that they're probably family members. And I also believe that Martell is over there basically pressuring those kids. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not tricking those kids, but to give him information by offering them snacks and sweets. Because remember the little girl said something about daddy gives us ice cream or something? And then she said, "It's I'm done now for the I'm and now I'm done for the day. It's fun time with the kiddos." Baby, she was right back an hour later. um, she says, Who finna have 4 kids with a bad parent?" I mean, you had 4 kids with him. I guess she realized what she was saying. So then she said, "Until the divorce, it was true, but since the divorce, the veil has been removed." So basically, she's trying to say is, yes, like who would have kids who would have 4 kids with someone? However, basically, yes, I had 4 kids with him, but bitch, I was blinded by love. That's pretty much what she's trying to say. She brings up Marceau. "If your friends in your inner circle is sitting in front of me, smiling in my face, eating at my table, vacationing with me while paying for car repairs and Valentine's Day flowers, um, and then hanging out, and then hanging with my then husband and one of his side chicks multiple times, and I don't need it." I mean, girl, quite as it's girl, I done told y'all, girl. I think that we need to realize that whenever you get into a relationship, girl, his family ain't your family. No matter how much girl, you come over and they give you a hug and, "Hey, girl, how you been, girl? How the kids doing, girl? Let me fix you a plate, girl." Girl, they don't. Your husband probably got another girlfriend over there just the week before. Okay? So stop thinking his family is your family because his family is not your family. Okay? And his friends are not your friends. His friends are his friends. And your friends are your friends. And your family is your family, and his family is his family. And don't you trust none of them hoes, mama included. Even the cousin, even a female cousin that he grew up with, and probably and they probably got pictures together when they was little babies, and then probably took a bath together. The pictures you have where you be with your favorite when they the cousins be in the bathtub together. Even damn sure don't trust them because she's definitely loyal to the nigga. Okay, she might love you and girl give you a discount when she fix your hair and everything. Don't trust her. She said, ever notice how when men get caught up and you leave them, all of a sudden you a hoe?" Exactly. Cause it wasn't until now all of a sudden Melody a hoe. Martell, I don't believe that Melody. Do I believe that Melody did what she did in the relationship as far as probably went and slept with someone one or twice? Maybe so. But girl, I don't think she did it first because men don't stay with women when women cheat, men be gone. It's rarely where men will stick around if a woman cheats. The only time a man will stick around is if he know he just been out here doing a whole bunch of dirt, and then the woman started basically doing what she was doing, and then he would be like, "All right, we just gonna forget about it." But he know he'd probably already fucked 20 bitches to your 2 niggas. You see what I'm saying? But other than that, like dudes don't be staying with women. If a dude find out you cheated and he ain't cheating, he's gone. Y'all stay, but they leave. Um, Again, it's only when, to me, in my opinion, it's only when he been out there ripping and running and throwing dick everywhere across the city, across the country. Where if he found out that you probably out there sleeping with somebody, then he might be like, "Okay, we just gonna wipe the slate clean." But he done probably, girl, let me shut up. Um, Basically, she talks about being called a hoe time and time and time again, and him not um, really coming up with any type of receipts. Melody, you really fell flat. That's what I'm saying. You have to, Melody. You have to. When Melody got down to that reunion and said she didn't know she did, and she said she didn't know if she had gave somebody fellatio or not. That's when I was like, okay, this bitch got me fucked up. 'Cause I don't know nobody. Well, some of y'all probably don't, but I don't know nobody. Why you probably can't remember if you who you had sex with when you was probably hoeing your freshman year in college. Why you probably can't remember, the nigga who you went home with after the club, when you was drunk, But if I just feel like I would need to know how long ago was this. You're like, if you done suck something, what's been in your mouth at this point. I'm not talking about let's go back 20 years from now when you was in college. I'm talking about who you been sucking the last year. If you can't remember if you sucked somebody dick a year or two ago, then bitch, we got a problem in Houston. 'Cause I got so mad at Melody when she said she said she couldn't remember or she didn't know. How you don't remember? I don't remember. You don't remember? Okay. Girl, I'm done. Girl, this is it. I'm not going through all this. Oh, she said she talked about this too. And you're right. What they see on TV ain't the real you. And that's another thing I want to say too. I think that Martell. I think Martell. Because I said this in my last video. I don't think Martell is a horrible. No, I think Martell is a horrible person. I do. Do I think he's a murderer? No. Do I think that he goes around and violates people? Y'all get what I'm trying to say? Absolutely not. But just as a person, a human being that I think who is just a trash ass person, I think Martell is that. I do. I really do. And I think just because you're not a murderer, just because you're not doing other bad stuff, that don't mean that you're not a bad person. Like I could see how you treat people. I could see how you treated your wife. I could see how you treat your side chick. I could see how you treat your friends more so. That's not a good person. I can see how you think that you know all the answers. They're telling you to put your son in counseling, and you saying your son not going to counseling. You the father. I can provide structure, but you actually can't. That's why he needs counseling. Life is worse, and so many people witness your terrible behavior. I really don't know why you still on OWN's payroll. Oh, girl, she's trying to get Martell fired. Oh, Melody trying to get Martell fired. I really don't even know why you still on OWN's payroll. That's exactly what she put. I literally had to stop filming behind every man fall 2020 been left you because you came to my set, started shit, got in the faces of people there working with me, pushed one of them, all recorded on a video, shaking my head with several people witnessing it. I had to walk outside, cry and all, then go back and kill the job still. Girl, this is getting too long. We'll be back later. Girl, this is a lot of mess. I'll be back later to talk about Martell's response to Melody. All right, bye y'all.